Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our video review. What I'm doing differently here is that I'm showing points at regular speed each time and then breaking it down. I think you'll see a lot more value in behind what goes on. So let's get on to the first point right now. From the first point, there you go. All right, let's take a look and see what really happened during this point. What I'd like you to notice is this is why I'm so insistent on this position here. And you can see how Cindy is shaded to the middle. She's behind her service line and she is keyed in on her main responsibility, which is the net person, and not calling the line, so to speak. So let's see what happens. And right off the bat, Joyce is looking to be her good aggressive self. She's looking to poach, and Cindy sees it coming. And what's really nice is here, watch Cindy's movements subtly, and you can see how she's moving with the situation as it develops. And that's the advantage of when you're keyed in on the right time. You actually move better on the court. So here it is, Joyce makes the shot, and Cindy's already gravitated into a great position here. And watch what she hits off of this. Because you're looking, okay, where does Cindy go with this? The ball's below the net. Where's the opening here? And Cindy finds this short angle off to the side. Just a magnificent shot. I just love that stuff. That's a good start. All right, so let's move on forward here to our next point. If I can ever get it going, here we go. Let's see how this plays out. All right, I love it. Kind of a little bit of a repeat from the first one, but this is all good stuff here. So here we go. So here we have Joyce moving out, and Dot is focusing. She sees Joyce going for it. Joyce takes the ball, and the problem is that when you're the net person poaching, I want you to notice how the ball dips below the net. And once that ball dips below the net, you can see where that little guy is there, right there. It's going to give that opposite net person a little extra time to respond to that. And there's Dot doing her thing, bumping the ball into the open court. So question is, okay, if you're the poacher and the ball's below the net, what do you have to do with the ball? I think instead of going in this direction here, you really have to just drop it short here and hope for the best, because with Cindy being further back, that it would at least give you some time to allow yourself to get in a better position along with your partner. Okay? So, moving forward, here we go. All right, let's see what Dot's got for us on the serve. Wow. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, here we go. Okay, I love this. I like reinforcing good habits, and I want you to see how Val's behind her service line, shading to the center. Her focus is on the great Cindy Burke at the net. And let's see what happens. Joyce takes the return early. She's on her way in. And Val has gravitated over here. Joyce is on her way in. Cindy's keyed in initially on the person closest to the net. Love that. But now, what's happening? The ball goes back cross-court and it's floating. So now Cindy has to shift her attention. She doesn't have a lot of time to do it. She sees what's coming, and that ball's right in front of her. And actually, Cindy's in pretty good position right here. What she doesn't have is time to react to this ball, because watch how this ball gets by her before she has time. So when you see that person in front of you coming up to the net, if you can give a little bit of ground, that gives you a little bit more time to react, because that's the one thing you did not have enough of in that situation. Here we go. Moving forward. Yes, beautiful. Here we go. Let's break this one down. Okay, and again, I want you to look at Joyce and Val are gravitating to the ball. Cindy once again is focused on Val initially. This time Joyce plays the ball. Oh, Dot did a good job here. And I want you to look at this ball's down at Joyce's feet. Now what does that mean to Cindy and Dot? That means you're going to have more time on the next ball coming back over the net versus if Joyce is able to play a ball from an upstairs position, that ball obviously comes back across the net that much quicker. In this case, the ball is played from her feet. Gives Cindy plenty of time to play this volley that was down at her feet. Okay, now, and she returned the favor, and look where Joyce is playing. Now Joyce has to play another ball from below the net, and this time it doesn't work out in her favor because Cindy, after her previous shot, moved into a tighter position to the net. And this is where, when you get to play balls above the net, it's a different game. And look what happens. Now she's able to bump that ball through the side. Not enough time to react to it. So, like I always say, the team hitting down is going to beat the team that's hitting up. So try to get those balls down as much as you can and make them hit up so you can hit down. And let's get on to the next good point that we got here. Okay, let's get on, point out something really good for Dot to see. And this is that service line position. Okay, so right now, Dot's attention should be vested totally on Val. And watch what happens here. Dot takes a look to the side. Okay, there's her head, you can see. She's looking at the ball. She's lost track of Val just for a split second. And watch what Val does. Val is, you can see, look at her feet. Her feet are already sneaking into the center of the court. Now Dot has picked up what's going on, but really no time to react. And Val does the right thing. She plays to the person closest to her, who has the least amount of time, and that's the thing that she was lacking in there. So, tennis is a lot like driving your car. You take your attention off the road or the car's in front of you for a split second, and something bad can happen to you. So, it's just little things on the court that when you pay attention to things for just the right amount of time, it tends to pay dividends for you. So let's catch up on this next point here. Oh, beautiful. I love how that finishes off. All right. So here's what we have. Again, let's key in on Dot. Okay, and better attention on that one. Cindy tries to get it cross court, but Val's doing the right thing, and that is anything that's in the center of the court. I want you to look where this ball is. When that ball's over the center strap area, those are balls that we need to go after more often, because you really don't have to move that far. You just need to be willing to move into the middle. Now, when this is happening and Val's making this shot, can Dot make an adjustment off of this? Absolutely. Dot can, sense that, or hopefully can see that this ball is just going to be played through the center. And the reason is this. I mean, what do you think Val is looking at? Val is looking at the Grand Canyon here. She's not looking at this little space over here. She's looking where she can hit a winner. She doesn't even have to hit it that hard. And you can see it just, in fact, if you look at Dot, watch Dot's right foot. She's moving to her right, where she should, in that instance, you would want to be moving more to your left. Not to say that she would make a play on that, but you never know if you can get your racket on it, what can happen on the court. Okay, so that completes our first installment. I've got, I think, at least one or possibly two more behind this. So good points to start with, everybody.